Okay, hello. This is my video for check-in number 5 for Dynamics. And since last week, I think I've probably spent about 12 hours or so watching videos and doing homework and studying for this class. So right now in the class, I've finished the first part of Chapter 13, Part A, where we were working on work and energy. So I watched all of those videos that had to deal with the equations for energy and the equation that we use a lot, which is kinetic energy plus work equals final kinetic energy. So I finished all of that, as well as I watched the videos that kind of went into starting to look at potential energy and how that's a conservative force, and kind of the videos that talked about what a conservative force is, which is pretty interesting. I also watched some videos to review what we learned in physics and tried to do some of the review work for that to kind of prepare for this chapter. After that, I've just started on the videos that have to do with impulse and momentum. It's kind of a interesting section, kind of a unique topic. Now that we've started that, I kind of remember learning that in physics, but it's something I'd like to review a little bit more. But I've watched all of the examples for work and energy, and I've started some of the example videos for the momentum and impulse so far. And I've kind of been reviewing the equation sheets, and I've been trying to do those problems on my own in your videos, and then when I get stuck, I'll watch part of your video until I figure out where I was going wrong, and then try and continue on my own from there. I've also been looking through the textbook, kind of reading through chapter 13 and working on that, and that kind of helps as well to get some more examples, doing some of the example problems in the textbook. As far as the homework that I've completed so far this week, I've made it through quite a bit of the chapter 13 homework. So I've finished all of the part A of chapter 13 homework, which is through number 8, and I did the first problem for part B, which is that truck that's going up the hill. But the 13A homework, we had a similar problem to the videos where there was a mixing operation with a bucket, and we had to find the horizontal distance. It was similar to a problem we did in your videos, except they were asking for something else. And then there was some problems that are very similar to what we solved using other methods, but this time we were using work and energy to solve them. So there was like a problem with a train, was one I thought was kind of interesting, and so in that problem we kind of treated the train as a whole, and then treated the train in each of its carts in order to find what it wanted. And we were using that relationship that I mentioned before, the relationship of kinetic energy plus work equals kinetic energy after. And then there were some other problems that were kind of interesting, like the chairlift problem. That one had like a tricky part in it where we had to consider the skiers per hour, and once you figured that out, then the problem was pretty straightforward. But the homework's going pretty well so far. It just takes time to kind of figure out, and I think that practice is really helping. But I think the impulse and momentum section is actually pretty interesting, even though it's challenging. I like the concept in it and how we can compare collisions and that sort of thing using momentum and impulse. But so far everything's going well. I'm hoping this week that I'll be able to finish up the homework in the next day or two, and then start reviewing and work on reviewing and practicing problems for the test, as well as creating a note sheet for the test that we have coming up. So hopefully I can finish up that homework pretty soon, and then start reviewing and getting ready for that. But so far it was a good week. That's all. Thank you.